Which statement provides the best description of a technique that Smith uses throughout the passage to advance her main point? First of all, let us understand what is her main point. What is the main point of Smith throughout the passage? Can anybody tell me? Parikshit, can you switch on your video and do the honors of answering, like, what is the main point that Smith is advancing throughout the passage, throughout the content of the passage?
About women's rights.
What? Can you just come again? I could not hear you actually. What is it?
Ma'am, she's basically talking about women and what they can do.
Is it? Everybody else, is that what is Smith's main point? Talking about women, women's right, and what women can do throughout the passage?
About slavery, and yeah, it's more based on slavery. Just women's right has just been mentioned in the first few paragraphs.
See, it is talking about slavery. It is kind of, it is trying to advance the point that slavery, considering that slavery should not be a topic of discussion for women or by women, is not right, because women are the ones who have been subjected and who are victims of slavery. So how can you just exclude them from this whole discussion when they are the most affected ones? Number one. Number two, slavery is not only a political debate, a political question. Why? Because again, there are so many things related to it. And then it's saying that even if we consider that, okay, it is, a political question, then also should we not be active? Then also should the women not take part, and, you should not take part into kind of, ending or abolishing the slavery. Is that clear, all of you? This is the main point, right? It's not only about women. Just because, all the questions are about women, you cannot just come out, it's about women and women's rights. Don't be feministic. Okay, anyways, A for America. She presents claims in the form of rhetorical questions that mostly have implicit negative answers.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, what is rhetorical?
Aryaman, you know what? Today I'll take the first flight to where do you say, Bahrain, right? And I'll go and I'll just I don't know. Why did you say no?
No, ma'am, I said, what does rhetorical mean?
No, just before that, you said, no, it is nothing like that. You said that, no, for this option A?
No. I asked, what does rhetorical mean? That's all.
Okay, rhetorical means that a question, which, you're doing a rhetorical question because you're not expecting an answer. You're just doing it for the effect of it. Okay, rhetorical question, we are not expecting kind of, you'll give a nice answer, or rhetorical is, a question which is done just to create an impact and effect. Okay. In this entire passage, there are many places where rhetorical questions are done. Do you see? And they are answered negatively. See, starting with the first, do you see here? This one, first, if you look at this, admitting it to be a political question, have we no interest in the welfare of our country? This is a rhetorical question, right? So we know that we should be having an interest in the welfare of our country. So it is a rhetorical question, and we are kind of giving a negative reply that no, we should be having some interest in the welfare or the needs of the country. Okay. All right. Yes. Any other rhetorical question in the passage, guys? Any other rhetorical question in the passage? See. Would, yeah, this whole thing, may not the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, from here to here, it's a rhetorical question, right? Because the answer will be no. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. See, the question is that, don't you think that the women, the women would stretch forth her hand to their rescue, enslaved, etc., etc. And the answer is that no, they should not keep quiet. They also have to kind of, Any other rhetorical question? Political debate. This is also a question, no? Yeah.
Lines number 70.
Yeah. Yes. See. Correct. Yes, see. So again, a no. So basically, there are different rhetorical questions which are answered in negative. And all of this are basically claims, she's trying to put forth this idea that yes, women should be active in the abolition movement. She puts a rhetorical question, answers it negatively, and kind of shows that yes, women should be doing this. Right? Okay. B for Bombay. She criticizes her opponents by quoting, is that any opponent? By quoting self-contradictory remarks? Not at all. Where are the opponents? Do we even have opponents over here? Anyways, I mean, self-contradictory remarks by opponents, I don't think so. Okay, she illustrates each of her central ideas with an emotionally powerful anecdote. Shiva, choice C. Can this be the answer? She illustrates each of her central ideas with an emotionally powerful anecdote. What do you mean by an
No.
anecdote? What do you mean by an anecdote?
Ma'am, is anecdote like a type of story or something? Or your
Yeah,
personal history?
personal experience. When you try to give an example, when you try to support a claim with an example, that basically comes from your personal experience. Okay. All right. D, she emphasizes the reasonableness of her views by presenting them as though they are universally held. No. Universally held. If she would have, put it in the form of universally held views, then she wouldn't have put forth rhetorical questions. Okay. All right. So the answer has to be A for America. Is that clear, all of you? Any doubts anywhere with this one?